Joyfully
Welcome
healing.
today. How are you?
I the waves are white caps today, and I just feel like that is the sense of, clearing, like this energy. You can't see the wind, but the white caps you can see. So there's movement of clearing things out, and nothing seems normal anymore.
Okay, great. So clearing is a good thing to focus in this moment. Clearing. We are clearing. The
Yes.
universe is clearing. The earth is clearing. Let's rejoice.
Well, it is when you clean your house, right? Or when you have a shower or a bath, you feel much better, right?
Right? And that's it. That that is what we are doing. We are clearing. The earth is clearing. All
Yes.
of us, we are clearing. So congratulate, you are doing an excellent work. You are doing an excellent work. So keep doing it, keep smiling, keep clearing, keep hoping for the best
Well, and
because, yeah, better times are coming.
well, when you're clearing, right? Especially if you're, cleaning your house, and there might be a stain or something you've discovered, on the floor, or a mark, and it might seem, or in your bathroom, right? You're rubbing and rubbing for a while. It's taking a little effort, and there might even be a time where you think, oh, is it going to come off? And then poof, it's gone, right? And it feels so much better when it's left. But the process of cleaning is the experience sometimes.
Yes, and it's always good. I always find something when I clear and clean.
Yeah.
I always find something that I had lost sometimes some while ago, and it's awesome.
And isn't that like when we clear, and now we're just clearing our mind, and we're clearing all this energy in the world, and as we're doing that, sometimes it seems like we're in it, it feels dirtier, but then, as you said, you find gifts and blessings that you may have lost, or you are just discovering.
Yes, and our energy becomes better when we clean because with everything clean and organized, well, it's awesome. Fresher, lighter. It's awesome. So hope is the word for now. Cleaning and hope because we are raising our hope of better conditions for living for all of us. And that's important. We have a part in it. We have a part to create it, to create the world we wish for us and for our kids.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. And I am just reminded now also, as in we're clearing things, new things are showing up. And I got a notice from YouTube today that I can only post videos of other people, which would include you, with your approval, because nobody's face can be shown on YouTube unless they say, I give my approval.
Okay, I approve. They are trying to protect us, of course. We wouldn't post anything without permission of the other person. But
Right.
now it's being formalized. I approve.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Right. Well, it, it's this fine line, right, between trusting each other and experiencing, co-creating this, and then having so-called rules.
Mm-hmm.
One is artificial and one is natural, right?
Yeah, it's awkward, yes, but in these times it tend to be natural. They they have a lot of rules trying to protect us. Okay, we live our lives.
Yeah, we're all coming in the process of cleaning, right? Like I've had that experience is even in healing someone's body. Sometimes, a lot of times, I should say, I'm dealing with someone and it seems like they they could be getting worse, right? As they're working on things, it's like things become more inflamed almost, more sore because it's coming to the surface like a big zit. And then it pops out and then they're like, oh, but when they're in that process of releasing or detoxing, it can seem, because they're seeing it now clearly, that they've gotten worse instead of knowing that that's just the natural part of the healing.
Healing, yeah, and healing. Yes,
Cleaning.
that's it. Because the things were there, they were inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's natural. It's good that we see them because otherwise they wouldn't live. They would stay with us. So it's good to be conscious of what we have inside in order to permit the things to go away. Yeah, I call it. It's like paying a ticket to travel. that, that's our ticket. Sometimes we have fun when we see some things we have. Sometimes don't, but it can be not very nice. But they were there. They were a reality. They are a reality. And we have to be conscious of them to clean it and to clear it and to heal. That's the process. That's the ticket we pay.
Yes.
And
I've
then
been
we
I've
are free.
we are, I've been clearing my lawn of dandelions the last couple days. So I've been picking the tops, like in the stems, and boiling them and bottling it. And I have discovered, this is the first time I've done that. I've eaten dandelion leaves before, but the flowers, and drinking it, it's got a very, almost like a bit of a robust flavor. Like I know you can take the dandelion root and chop that up partially for like to make like a coffee substitute, but even the dandelion flower was more of a robust taste and drink. And it felt very, so as I'm clearing the lawn and doing this, it was like I'd look back and there'd be more dandelions popping up. and and I was thinking that's also a sign of abundance, right? That abundance,
Yeah,
abundance,
that's
abundance.
abundance. That's abundance. And when we see our abundance, it can grow more.
Hmm.
So good.
Well, it's that
I
sense
was
of
listening.
there's
Yeah,
always more, right? When we focus on more and change the way we look at it as healing versus in clearing and all working for us.
yeah. Yesterday I was listening to my coach, and she was talking about that, about the process of being abundant. And we do something and we notice abundance, and it's very good to notice the abundance we already get, we already got, because that stabilizes what we have.
Right.
People usually wish to go and have more abundance and more and more and more, and don't give themselves the time to stop a little and see what they already got and be grateful for that. And that is very important to stabilize. Otherwise, we go up, but then we go down and go up and go down and go up and go down. So it's good to stop and feel and acknowledge what we already have, what we already got, what came to us that we like, because that is the power to stabilize what we already got. And then, of course, We can go out for more if you wish.
So I'm grateful that I'm here, and I'm grateful I have this body, and I'm grateful that there's this technology that exists that we can connect.
And I am grateful for my health, and I am grateful for the people and for everything that helps me to maintain my health, even when I was with a headache today, and now I'm getting better because I did what I had to get better. And it's so awesome to feel good. So let's acknowledge we are good, we are feeling well. That's great. And everything is okay now in this moment, in this perfect moment. So what else can become even better?
Yeah, that's a great question, right? That when when I ask how does life get better and better, or what can get better and better, you get an answer of, well, it could get better if it was like this, right? You have more positive things when you, again, your destination is, this is awesome, I'm so appreciative and grateful for my body and my life in this moment and all the blessings I've been given, the amount of unlimited oxygen I can breathe, the sunshine, the roof over my head, the clothes, etc., etc. And then it's like recognizing that what question, or how does it get better, is more like almost enticing or anticipating, versus a different question that might spiral you down into another story. So knowing what we're thinking about and knowing the thoughts that we're speaking actually points us in the direction we want to go. And sometimes if we're unconscious, we're going in a direction that we think is opposite to where we want to go. But that process, that experience of going in that way, then shows us, oh, like your GPS, beep, 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 you're off course. And you notice, oh, yeah, I've been there, done that, maybe finished with it. I'm going to go here. So what could get better and better? Everything.
Everything. And that's why we are clearing and cleaning to live, to go away from the things that doesn't serve us anymore. Many things were good for us for some time, but now some of them are good, are still good. Some of them maybe not so good in this moment because you evolved, you grew up, you knew other things. So sometimes it's good to clean, it's good to let go in order to be able to fill your glass again with new, fresh content that serves you more, that serves you better in this right moment of your life. Yes.
Yes. Well said.
Yeah.
So looking back, Mena, when you first became a doctor, right? I was just writing about how education educates us in a certain way. What would you say, how much of your education as a doctor is really, from what you were taught, really how you are now as a doctor?
A lot. But I changed it a lot too. Of course, when a person wants to be a doctor, a medical doctor, they wish to help people. They wish to help people to heal. So it's a good wish. And we study and study and study and do everything they tell us to do because we wish to learn and to serve better. But of course, we grow up, life evolves, knowledge evolves,
Right.
and we life gives us lessons too, and those lessons are very important. So the lessons God gave me, and lessons my patients gave me, and people around me, of course, they taught me too. That's why I'm not the person I used to be. Of course, nobody is.
Right.
You today are not the person you were yesterday. Something new
Right.
happened. You integrate your lessons, and I did it too. So now, yes, I focus on I studied and what I know about medicine, but I know a lot more. And medicine cannot be only physical; it has to integrate the emotional body, the spiritual body, and all other evolutions. So that's why I'm here to to tell people, to tell you, you must trust your intuition because you are not only a physical body. And our medicine, especially our Occidental medicine, it's almost to physical repercussions of disease, and there is much more. Oriental medicine, I don't know it, but I know that they focus more at the spiritual cause and the mental cause and the emotional cause, and that is very, very, very important because we are not only a stone or a body. We have more than that, and it's necessary. It's important to integrate all our bodies, all our aspects, all our energies, because disease is a blockage. Disease comes from a blockage of energy in one of those levels, and we cannot see only this like this. We have to open up our eyes and to integrate the the all the whole we know for our best health and our kids' health and everything. That's I learned to open my heart to a deepest wisdom that serves me more than only medical medicine. That is important, of course, but there is much more that is important too.
So in concept of clearing, you, as you went through your own life experiences, as we all do, you were able to look at a few things, like thinking that the body is just physical. And although there's lots of knowledge that you learned, it was like you kept the foundation of what worked for you and you cleared away or opened up to allow other ideas to come in that have helped you with your own healing and your patients and clients. Would that be
Of course,
an assumption, safe statement?
yes, of course, because we are a whole, so we cannot be seen only through this perspective or that perspective. And with Occidental medical doctors tend to see, okay, for instance, there is a disease caused by a virus. Yes, but virus exists globally, and some people become sick because of a virus, and some other people are healthy, even if they have the virus near them or in them. So there are other things that say this person will be sick with this virus, and that person will not be sick with the same virus. And that depends on us, on our energy. and lots of other things, but it depends on our energy. And it's important to raise our energy and to know better about us, what makes us good and what makes us not so good, low energy. Because when we are in low energy, yes, we open up ourselves to become sick with the virus or another thing. Yes, that's why people, when they are depressed, for instance, a father dies or a husband and the woman gets depressed, they open their doors to another disease. So with depression can come obesity or low immune system infections, even cancer. Yeah, you can give medicine to treat the depression. Okay, they will suppress the sadness or something, but they don't go to the root cause. That was the difference, the low energy the person accepted after the death of the father or the husband or anything. And that's your part to work with it. Medical doctors can help. Yes, they do what they can to relieve the symptoms, but it's our individual responsibility to look inside, to heal the pain or the sadness and raise our energy. And it's natural to grieve when we have a death. And this is just an example, but it's natural and it's good to grieve, to release. It's good to grieve for a while, not for eternity.
Right.
And it is the chronic suffering that lowers our energy and open us to receive more problems.
Mm.
If they are diseases or other things. So it's important to clean our energy and to raise it. Yes, it's important to feel good. It's important to feel sad when it is to feel sad, but don't turn it chronic, please, because life continues and we are here to live, not to die. Your turn.
Yes, and sometimes when you're talking about grieving, some of you might be more empathetic, right? And you can feel your friend or your family member grieving, and you want to be there for them, but you're also then realizing, oh my gosh, you're in the grieving too. And I'm only speaking from my experience that's how I used to be. Like, I would dive in the water, in a sense, into the grief, to be with them, to show that I cared about them. And I found, for me, there's like this fine line between honoring their grief, like Mena was saying, the grief is important, but then holding the space for them to come out of the grief, right? To release the grief and know that there is love and compassion and life ahead of them, that's a clearing, it's an ending, but there's also a new beginning. I had a girlfriend who, I guess it was a month ago now, right? She just left her house, right? Just went to do the regular chores on a Friday. And when she came back, she found her husband had had a heart attack, and that was that. He was gone, right? And she was very, 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 she's very rooted in spiritualism. So she said to me immediately, he's still here, right? He's just in body. It's not the same, right? She still has to go through all the experiences now in her house and every day of what life used to be. So she was saying to me, 90 90% she can feel him, she's okay, she's loving life, she's still seeing the experience, she's doing the tasks that you need to do when somebody departs from this body. 5% she goes, oh gee, he should come through the door at this moment, and then she remembers, oh no. And then 5% she's in, breakdown grief moments, right? That she just has to let those tears and let the tears come out. And her honesty, right, was refreshing. And then she also realized, when she's honest with some of her other friends that see life, oh, death is so hard, she realizes she's almost having to use her energy to bolster them up when she's the one that lost her husband, right? And then she's noticing, that's not helping me. You've come to help me, but you're making me feel worse about the situation. So everybody has their own experience, and whatever yours is just notice what you're noticing. And is it enriching your life, because life is to be lived, or are you feeling limited by the experience?
Yes, the experience is here. It's here for us. We came here to experience and to feel the feelings. Yes, but it's very important to know our limits. And I am me, and you are you,
Mhm.
and you have your griefs, and I may have mine. And of course, I can be with you when you have some pain. But it's important to understand it is your pain, not mine. It's important to understand we are not here to carry the pains of others. We can help them, we can give them a hand, but that is their experience, not ours. It's very important. When I became sick with cancer, it was because of that. I had no limits. I would feel I am extremely empathetic, and I will feel the pain of others. And it's important that they live their pain and they heal it and they release it. Live, acknowledge, integrate, to be able to release and to be free and to conquer another time. And if you do and be with them all the time without limits, you get sick too. You get the pain and you don't help them, because if you are in pain and sick, you are not able to help other people as you'd like to. So I had to learn that. I felt egoic. It was hard to learn how to put limits, but I understood it was essential for my survival, because I was dying because of what I accepted from the suffering of my patients. And now that I put some limits, I can help them more because I am well, and I can give them a hand. I can give them my knowledge to help them to become better. But I don't drown with them. At least I tried. Sometimes I go down again because I'm human and sometimes I fall too. But that's important to understand. Each one's experience, it is their experience, not ours. We don't have to take to yourself all the pain of the world, all the disease of the world, or cannot be all, but of your son, of your father, of your loved one. It is not egoism, it is their disease. You can be here to help, but you are not them. Don't take their energy for you. It's not yours, it's theirs. They have the responsibility to heal themselves. We can help, but not much with what happened to lower their energy, because that doesn't help them and that doesn't help you.
So
We
key.
really,
It's like being the lighthouse, right? We're each of us is the lighthouse, and we're seeing the truth of who our brother and sister truly is, that they have it within themselves to free themselves, to heal themselves, to love themselves. So we're holding that space from this higher vibration instead of going down, as Mena was saying, like into the water to rescue them. It's like we're saying, no, no, you can do it. You can do it. It's like a child learning to walk. Imagine if we all, the first time our child took a step and fell down, we went, ah, you can't do it, right? You know, it's that sense as a child is learning to step forward. We too, in this bigger body, are still learning to step forward in places we've never gone. And if that's the imagery you need to think of as this child that's learning to walk, you're learning to walk to health. You're learning to walk to wealth. You're learning to walk to freedom. You're learning to take a step and you might fall down, right? You might even bump into something. You might even get a boo boo. You know, you get back up like a child and you keep going. You experience life. The awe of a child is the experience. They're touching, they're tasting, they're spitting things out, they're hitting because they don't know that and they're like, whoa, okay, that got that reaction. They're sensing their environment and they're learning about the experience. And as we can hold that space that they're perfect, whole, and complete as an adult, as a 88-year-old, 120-year-old, a 40-year-old, that they have everything they need in them, that's for them to recognize who they are. That's to me what the world is transforming to, where every single person is waking up to knowing who they truly are and what they're really, truly capable of.
yes, yes, that's it. We can hold the space for others, but if we drown with them, we have no power at all. Our power is being high energy, and then we can hold the space for them, for their ideal person and being they are, and they can see, okay, it's possible. I can go up. I can go up to be whatever I wish to be instead of drowning here. So you can hold space for others in their ideal, what is ideal for them. And we can say, I feel, I know what is happening with you. I understand. I was there too.
Mm-hmm.
They may feel accompanied, yes, but don't don't drown with them. Put yourself high, high energy, be the sun, be the light for them. And then they'll see, okay, I'm not feeling good where I am, but I can see the light there and I like it. I like to go there. And they can choose to go up to the light, whatever the light is for them. Okay? It is their choice, it is their responsibility.
Mhm.
You can lead the way, you can light the way, but they can choose it or not. And sometimes when they don't choose to go to the light, we grieve, we suffer,
Right.
but it's not our life, it's their life. They can choose for themselves, and it's good for us to learn to respect, even if it hurts, because we think we know better for them, but we are not God. And we cannot, and it's not good for anyone to interfere with the life of another that is an adult or that knows how to choose. So if they choose good or if they choose bad, it's up to them. They are responsible. And you never can change another. You only can change yourself. Of course, you may help if they wish to be helped. And you are in a high energy. But never, never, never to drown with them in their energy and stay there, because then you don't help anyone. They may feel accompanied, but you don't help them and you don't help yourself, and you lose your power to help anyone else. That's what I learned. You can see for yourself and learn it for yourself, of course. I'm doing my part.
We're doing, our part, right? And more people are doing their part. And as each of us does our part, all we're going to see is a world lit up with superpowers, superheroes, because that's the best way to describe it. When we break free. I want to break free. That's Queen's song. I want to break free, free. That's free. It's you literally are breaking out of the box, like Jacqueline out of the box. You're coming out of this box of beliefs that you've been educated in to say there's more, there's more, there's more. There's way more. There's infinite possibilities. That's life. To me, that's life. Your inner guidance is the connection. It knows what's best for you. Do you go to the doctor? Do you go to the acupuncturist? Do you go to the body matrix repattern? Do you go sit in a spa, do a Scandinavian spa? Do you like get a massage? Do you just sit in nature? Do you listen to the birds? Whatever it is, do you drink dandelion tea? There's an answer for each one of us, and it is varied and unique for each one of us.
Yes,
So
so you know
trust,
best.
trust your heart, trust your inner guidance. And when it gives you some far out weird idea that you've never thought of before, have the experience, because that could be the beginning, maybe not even the outcome. Maybe you're guided to do, I don't know, let's just say go to the chiropractor, and you've had friends that have had so-called not so good experiences with a chiropractor. But in making that appointment or going to the chiropractor, you meet somebody else and you have this great new relationship that comes from that, or a new opening. That's the process of life, is we don't know what we don't know. God knows, Creator knows. And if you're not listening to your own inner guidance, your own intuition, then God and Creator are still saying, hey, hi, hi. But you're like, I can't hear you because it doesn't fit in my box of beliefs. I think healing has to happen this way. I was saying to someone, they had a belief about the medication they were on and the side effects. And I said, so how does that make you feel to think about the so-called side effects? And they didn't feel so good about it. That's why they didn't want to be on their medication. And I said, well, consider that God is in everything, Creator is in everything. And that if you could take a pill and it was the best for you, and you could trust that your organs and everything and the so-called side effects would be fine, would you do it? And she had to sort through some beliefs there, because it was, well, but, and it was like, I'm saying that it could be an answer for you. I'm not saying to do one or the other, right? I'm saying inside you, you know what's best, but wouldn't it be better to know that if you're guided to do something, that it's working for you, instead of thinking it's working against you
Of
or
course.
has issues, right?
Yes, because life brings you what you believe. So if you believe something will be harmful for you, probably it is, because your mind was created to obey you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have repeated thoughts of this thing, it will harm me, it will harm you probably. You increase the probability of that thing do harm you. But the opposite is also the true. If you believe that thing is good for you, probably it will be good for you. If you really believe. So pay attention of what you believe, because it's like that. I don't like my patients to read the side effects of the painkillers or anything, because self-suggestion is very, very important. And
Mm-hmm.
if they focus in that side effects, they will become more probable. Yes, even if it is 1 in 1,000, he can be the one that have the side effect, because he is in fear of it. And if you really think this will be good for me, it will. Yes, it will. So everything happens as you believe. Pay attention what you believe. And I have a story for you, because you talked about the chiropractor. And several years ago, I went to one, and I would go if I knew he was a chiropractor, because I didn't know what that was.
Uh-huh.
I didn't learn about it in medical school,
Right.
and I would not go put myself in the hands of a person I don't know, doing a thing I don't know. But I was pregnant, I was in pain, I had sciatic,
Mm-hmm.
and my medical doctor, my obstetrician, told me to go to that man because he was good, he worked in the same clinic, and I went there. And he took my pain off, and I never had that pain again. And I was having it frequently, and I thought with the pregnancy will become worse because my belly will grow up and will compress the nerve more.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want the pain, but I was accepting that it could be worse with the pregnancy, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there, and he made me some massages, and he told me it was um, not physical. And I believed him, because I know almost all diseases are don't start as physical. Yes,
Right.
they are psychosomatic. So that kind was psychosomatic, but I had it, and I got healed by learning to breathe, and by the massage he did to me, and now I believe in chiropractors. So it's like that. You may you good
Yes.
chiropractors or other may made you go. What do you believe? I didn't believe, but I didn't knew, and I went there to try, and
Mm-hmm.
of course I didn't believe a lot on what he was doing. Looking, moving my feet,
Right.
so strange, but it healed me forever. So don't believe me, just try, feel what is good for you,
Yeah.
Go for it. Listen to the answers the universe sends it to you and try them. Do you like them? Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't like it? It's not for you in this moment. That is. That's it. And I help to make surgeries and things like that, and they help people.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
but there are other ways too. And I'm not saying don't go for a surgery if you need it. I am not saying that, but there are lots of options. Try to find your way
Yeah.
for what functions best with you. Yeah, everything can be good. And a better future is possible with better health, with better wealth, with better everything.
Hmm.
And of course, you may be saying, okay, I don't believe, but 200 years ago, many people didn't believe in lots of things that happen now, like we two talking, being here talking with each other with miles and miles and miles away
Right.
distance. What is possible now was not possible 200 years ago for many people.
Right.
For some it was possible. They dreamed. So you can believe it's not possible now. Some things for you, but who knows what future can bring you? And the future starts now, in this moment, with your choices now.
Hmm.
You are creating your future now with your choices.
Hmm.
Choose well. Believe in yourself.
Yes. Believe in yourself and what comes to you. Because as Mena was just saying, like 200 years ago, let's just look at this Zoom right here that we're on. Is Mena and I have been using it for years. Um, at least for me, it's been 4 years that I've been using this. Yet for a lot of people, until last year, they didn't even know Zoom existed. So that's the idea with health. There's this big, huge space called health. And in health, there's all kinds of ways to heal, to get health. And some people have had some experiences like Mena and I, very different, but we've come to the same realization that health and healing comes from here and guidance and opening your heart. So that already exists, even though you may never have experienced what we're experiencing, just like you may have only started to experience Zoom, right? Others have already had these experiences. So we can point in that direction. The journey of you having the experience, just like coming on Zoom and going, oh my gosh, I can see you. Oh, I can hear you. Wow, I can talk to my family member across the world that I can't get to. That's part of the experience. So if you can trust that you're being led to healing, if you're being led to health, there's a variety of ways for that to happen within you. And each one of us will be guided. So if you can keep the idea that it's working for you, that you're being led in the direction that you desire to be healed, to be whole, to be free, to be healthy and wealthy, then it's just that one step at a time. And we will be here holding that light, saying, you can do it.
And we love you. We
Yes.
are here to love you because we love ourselves first.
Love,
Because we love
love,
ourselves.
love. So in the loving, just release anything right now that at the end of this, just write down things that come to your mind that you feel like you need to let go of, or go to clean up a room. But just take this moment and say, what do I need after I'm done? What do I need to release of to help me get to where I want to go? and then trust the information that comes to you and take a step in that direction.
And remember, you deserve to have a beautiful life with health and wealth and well-being. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Just clean your house and your mind.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mena. Namaste. Mwah.
Namaste. I see you.